Hello, in this video I am going to solve the following problem for you, which is a problem on the topic of inequalities. Let x be an integer such that x minus 1 over 3 plus 4 times 2x minus 3 over 9 is less than 5x plus 1 over 8 and 5x plus 9 over 3 plus 7x plus 5 over 9 is greater than 3x plus 21 over 4. What is x? That would be a good idea to pause the video at this point and try to solve the problem yourself first. If you do the calculations correctly, the answer to the problem will be x equals 2. For similar videos, the interested audience can refer to the following playlists. The link to the PDF file that you see on display right now is in the description below this video. Okay, now let us solve the problem. I want to find an integer which satisfies this inequality and that inequality. So this is not a very hard problem, okay? It might be a little bit lengthy, but the idea at least would be clear. So I need to solve this inequality and find the solution to this inequality and do the same thing for that one. And then I am looking for the integer value which satisfies this and that simultaneously. Okay, and then probably it should be a way that I can read that number or numbers. Okay, so let us see how it works. For the time being, you can momentarily forget about that inequality, just concentrate here. And then if I want to solve that, because I am facing an inequality with fractions, I have to find the LCD between 3, 9, and 8 and multiply both sides by that LCD. Of course, the LCD is easy to understand just without calculation. So this is just 72. 72 is the smallest number, which is divisible by 3, 9, and 8 simultaneously. So I multiply everything by 72. So 72 should be multiplied on the left and on the right, yes? This one is on the left, is less than 72 multiplied by 5x plus 1 over 8. Then I have to simplify that, okay? So when you multiply 72, because 72 should be multiplied here and also should be multiplied there. If I multiply it here, you can imagine that 72 is sitting here. And then this 72 and this 3 are simplified. 24 is left, which should be multiplied into the numerator. So this becomes 24x minus 1 plus, again, you can imagine that 72 is here now. 72 and 9 can be simplified. 9 to 9 1 time, 70 to 9 8 times. But that 8 that is left should be multiplied into the numerator. There is an extra 4 there. So 8 times 4 is 32. Times 2x minus 3 is less than 72 and 8 are simplified. 9 is left here. 9 should be multiplied in the numerator. Yes? This is what we learned during the lesson as well, okay? And the only thing that I can do is now simplify things a little bit. So I expand by multiplying 24 in, so it becomes 24x minus 24. And this one I multiplied 32 by 2 is 64x minus 32 times 3 is 96. And this becomes less than 9 times 5, 45, x plus 9. Yes? And then I simplify that, 24 and 64. It becomes 88 x's. Minus 24 minus 96 is minus 120. Less than 45x plus 9. And now you know that I move the unknowns on the left, so if you don't mind, let me continue just here. So I have 88 x's on the left. I move 45x to the left as well. It becomes negative 40x. The sign is less than, and then 9 is already there. I move my 120 to the other side. It becomes positive 120. And then this, if I simplify them, it becomes 3 and 4. So 43x is left, and there is 129, and I goal is to isolate x, so I have to divide everything by 43. So it becomes 129 divided by 43, which is 3 times. Okay, so x should be less than 3. Because I am dividing by 43 and 43 is a positive number, I don't need to be worried about swapping the direction of this inequality. This is the solution of that inequality. So it means that as far as only this inequality is concerned, all the numbers, integer or non-integer, it doesn't matter, all the numbers less than 3 is acceptable. But let me go to the other one, because I have to consider them simultaneously. If I have only one constraint, that inequality, this is the solution. But let me also do the same thing here. So what I will do, again, I will find LCD. So this is more or less the same problem repeated 2 times. Yes, LCD between 3, least common denominator between 3, 9, and 4. What is that? The smallest number that is divisible by 4, 9, 3 is 36. We do not have any numbers smaller than 36 for that matter. So I multiply everything by 36. I have to multiply the left-hand side by 36. I also have to multiply the right-hand side by 36. Okay, and then again, 36 should be multiplied here and there, but instead of writing it once more time, you can do it in your head. So imagine that 36 is now here, 3 and 36 are gone, 12 is left, 12 should be multiplied by the numerator. And when you multiply, imagine 36 is here, 9 and 36 4 times, and then 4 will be multiplied into the numerator, yes? Greater than, this time this one and that one are simplified, 9 is left, and 9 will be multiplied by the numerator. You see, that's the same thing, so if you don't mind, let me do it a little bit quicker this time without that much explanation. I just expand, this one becomes 60x, 12 times that one is plus 108, plus 28x's, plus 20 is greater than, this one is 27x's and 189, yes? So these two becomes 88x's, these two becomes 128, and then there I just copy and paste the right hand side for the time being. And then I go one step forward, I move this to the other side, so 88x minus 27x's is greater than 189 is there, and I also move this to the other side, changing the sign. And now if I ask you what this is, so this is just 1 and 6. 61x is greater than, this becomes 1 and 6. 61 again. Very good. So I divide everything by 61 to isolate it, and 61 is positive, so I don't have to be worried. Okay, so if I want to satisfy only this inequality, I have to respect this condition. So x cannot go beyond 3. But if I want to satisfy that inequality, I have to respect this condition. So x cannot go below 1. Now my goal is to simultaneously satisfy these two conditions. So it means on the one hand, I cannot go above 3. So if I want to draw an x-axis, so let us say here is 1, here is 3. Okay? This tells me that if I want to respect, I have to be on the left-hand side of 3. Everywhere on this side, I satisfy this condition, and to satisfy this, I have to be somewhere on the right-hand side of 1. X should be greater than 1. But now I am interested in that interval, or those numbers that I can satisfy them simultaneously. And then you can see that x should be somewhere greater than 1, less than 3. So x should be between 1 and 3. So that is the solution to this simultaneous system of inequalities. I have two inequalities, and I want to solve them simultaneously. So that is the answer. But the problem mentions that x is an integer. So There is only one integer between 1 and 2, and that integer is just 2. So that is why the problem gives x equals to 2 as the answer, because they have emphasized that we want to find an integer with these two properties. Okay, so I hope that this video was useful for you. Until the next video, be safe and goodbye. Thank you.